Hi, dear ones. I thought I would do a quick little video just kind of talking about one of my main offerings that I actually have available again. Over the past year, I've led several students through a mentoring program that I created. It's an 8-week session, and it's truly a deep dive into tarot. So if tarot is calling your name and it's tarot is feeling like your heartbeat, I would highly encourage you to check this offering out. And it is a lovely, totally completely guided and supported journey through the tarot. We spend the first 4 weeks really dealing with like the more mundane issues of tarot, and we spend the last 4 weeks dealing with more the spiritual and the more esoteric qualities of tarot and kind of cultivating how it will become a spiritual practice for you. So it's really a profound journey, and I'm very proud of how it's unfolded and how it's become. I feel like in a way it is my creation, but it's kind of unfolded in ways that are profound through each of the students I've taken through it in the last year. And I feel like it's a very meaningful journey that will help you develop your intuition, will even expose, if you have psychic abilities. And on top of that, not only will you be able to read for yourself, but I feel like there's a lot of enabling and support for if you really want to start reading for other clients, if you want to read for clients yourself. So if you are interested, I will link my Etsy shop below. But I thought just to kind of give you a flavor of it, just kind of how to access your intuition if you aren't sure. Intuition to me is kind of a way of play. And if you think of it in that way and you interact with it in that way, it becomes much more easeful. I think a lot of us go, am I intuitive? Or what if I miss my intuition? Or what does it sound like? What's intuition's voice sound like? It becomes sort of stressful, and it becomes sort of this thing where you have to meet some sort of requirement to know if it's your intuition, or you're trying to make a decision. And how do you know what your intuition sounds like? But what I have found is that it can just become a sacred play. Like if you're a little kid and you're making up a story. And it truly is what I do when I look at the cards. And even with life in general, like if I'm walking outside and I see a bird or I see perhaps a coin on the sidewalk, I'll make it up like, what if that coin means that this is going to happen today? Or what if the fact that I saw that blue car drive by mean that I'm going to have more emotional peace soon? Because blue for me will mean emotional peace. Like I just make it up. And I have found that by making it up, like telling myself I'm just making it up, that truly is my intuition coming forward. And as I read for clients, I do the same thing. I'm like, what if that card just means this? And I tell them this story. And all of a sudden they're like, wow, that was exactly what I was thinking, or that's exactly what was happening in my life. And I'm like, I just made it up. But it's like having that feeling of it's not too serious. Like you think back when you were a kid and you were playing outside and it was just, you were just having fun and making up the stories you went along. I truly think we are at our most intuitive when we're children, and we kind of lose that touch with it as we step away because, adult concerns, because, we're told by our society imagination is silly. We're told that, imaginative play is something children do. We're told to stop daydreaming. I always think that's an interesting one. It's like, stop daydreaming and do your work in front of you. Pay attention, be focused. I hate that. I'm like, no. It's the whole fact that we're trying to constantly refocus that we're missing those little things that come in that are extra. Truly, intuition is extra. It's outside of us. It's metaphysical, right? It's something, and it is inside of us too. I know. I believe intuition is actually truly inside of us. But to just kind of define it for you, it is something that's kind of undefinable, right? It's not physical. It's not in this mundane space. It is something that really scientists have no reason for. They have no understanding of why intuition would work, or why the gut feeling works, or why you just kind of know something without any prior, understanding of something. So I would offer to you that it is interacting in more playful ways. It is imagining, it is daydreaming, and by allowing yourself to interact in those more creative places, it really nourishes your intuition. So I'm going to give you just a little exercise. I've got my Lumina Tarot deck, which is full of beautiful colors and images. And a card just popped out, so we'll use this one. All right, so we've got the Eight of Cups. So if you're going to look at this intuitively, you may not know anything about tarot, and that's totally fine. If you take my mentorship, we will dig into the historical basis of a card, just because I think it's good to know. But we're going to really work to help you, to support you, to be able to access your own intuition. So you look into this card, what's the first thing you see? Well, you see stairs. They're going away from you. What might that mean? Does it mean perhaps it's a path you want to follow away from where you are right now? Looking at the kind of color scheme, you've got some browns and blacks and some fogginess. So it might not feel like it's real clear, but for me personally, I kind of feel like, boy, I'd like to see where that path would go. I would like to almost follow. And they look kind of like stairs, kind of like a path across the waters. But as you kind of feel into that, you realize, I think this card would be telling me that whatever I am doing right now, perhaps I want to do something else and I want to leave what I'm doing right now and follow this path. And maybe it's not real clear right now. We've got some clouds. We've got, maybe some missing slats in the stairs. It looks a little like, I'm not sure. But as you feel into the card that way, you get the message like, okay, what I'm doing right now is not working. I need to leave. And whether you were asking a question like, maybe, do I need to leave this job? This card would be, oh, yes, you do, or is this relationship working for me? And this card would be like, no, it's not. You need to leave this relationship. And when you dig into the historical meaning of the Eight of Cups, the Eight of Cups is about leaving something behind. So it's pretty profound how you just look at the imagery of the card and it gives you the meaning without you having to know the historical basis. I think it can be helpful and we would spend time working on that, but it also is really beautiful to be able to just pick up a deck of cards and be able to read for yourself and to find answers in that way. And if you so desire, you can do it for other people too. It's a really wonderful journey. So I would offer, if that sounds interesting, go ahead and check out my listing, which I will list below. I would love to have you as my next mentor student, go on this beautiful journey together to not only explore tarot, but to explore yourself. My most recent student, she has been such a gem and just a wonderful, wonderful student. And she said exactly what I feel. It uncovers as much of yourself as it uncovers the tarot. You learn about yourself as much as you learn about the tarot. And it's a profound journey. So I would offer to you, if something is piquing in you and you feel this spark and this interest and something's lighting you up in hearing me talk, I would offer to you that this may be a journey you're being called to take. And I would love to meet with you in this way. So anyway, many blessings, dear ones. I just wanted to explain my latest offering and what's all going down with that. I'll be back pretty soon here for a reading. Our new moon is next week, and it's a potent one. So I'll be back with a reading for that and some understanding and insight around the astrological angles that are all kind of being made in this next week. So lots of love, many blessings. I'll catch you in the next video.